Good evening, I'm Joe Ginger. Welcome to a tour of the Canton, Illinois water plant upgrade. Mayor Kent McDowell gives us an outline of the plant, and Joe Carruthers takes us on a tour. I hope you enjoy the program. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Mayor Kent McDowell, and we're out here with Mr. Ginger and today's open house at the water treatment plant here in Canton. We've been trying to work on this and get it perfected for the last couple of years. We had a lot of help from USEDA, a grant from the federal grant, and been a lot of hard work out here. And behind me, you can see that we just put up the flag here last year and dedicated it, as well as the well that was constructed several years ago, and finally got everything hooked up with it, so we have a much larger capacity now to store water. Joe will be giving you a tour later with our Director of Public Works, Joe Carruthers. But I just wanted to say welcome. If you get a chance to come out here sometime, it's well worth it. It's all updated, and hopefully we'll be set for another 50 to 60 years on our water plant. Thank you again.
Hello. We are standing in the Canton Water Treatment Plant, Canton, Illinois. The address here is 25495 Lakeshore Drive. Today is September 6th. We had an open house today to celebrate the last 3 or 4 years of improvements at the water treatment plant. Today Joe Ginger is here to videotape, and we're going to walk through the facility and look over what's been accomplished and show the equipment improvements. So the very first place that we're at here is on the outside of the building. If for information purposes, the water from Canton comes from a collector well underneath the Illinois River located in Banner. The pipeline from here to Banner, underground following Route 9, delivers the water to the entryway, or this building that you're looking at right here, which is called the clarifier operations. This is the first step where the water comes through. Right over to the north of where we're standing here is the actual Lake Canton, a surface water supply. On the other side of the earthen dam is the lake. Canton has two sources of water: the lake surface water and the rainy collector well, located down in Banner underneath the Illinois River. Both of those two supplies can come and enter into this building. And that's the process. That's where we start. Those two water sources make up the available water that we can treat for the residents of Canton and all the satellite communities that Canton serves. Okay, so the first step in the treatment of the water, the clarification building, two circular clarifiers that add some coagulant materials that allow the water to slow down in speed and the heavy particles fall to the bottom. The clean water comes to the top and travels into a filter gallery where disinfection is added, filtration occurs, virus control takes place. This building here is part of the original lime softening process that Canton had for the lake. It's been modified and is now utilized in a groundwater application because of the new source water that we have in Banner. What Joe's going to pan and show you is the large accelerator throughout this room. You can see the green tint of the water. That's Lime is still added for softening purposes here in Canton. Coagulants are added. Flash mixing device in the center through the clarifier drive. Slakers provide our lime feed. This water then travels through the center section and goes directly into the original plant built in 1939 where the filter gallery is now housed. You're fine. We're now in the filter gallery. After clarification, after conditioning of the water, chemical addition, the water then comes into 8 filters that it travels through for further solids removal and disinfection. The construction of this plant was done in 1939. As you can see, a plaque on the wall still shows the bomb shelter type fallout information from back then. The hardware on all these filters was brass at one time. We have original photos upstairs of the facility when it was built. The brass was all removed during the wartime, we're told, for the war effort. We've did the best of our ability to kind of bring some of this space back to its original looking condition. Of course, most of the mechanical devices are new. They're all updated. Everything at the facility out here now has new motor control, new electrical backup standby power, actuators that you can see here on below Joe's camera that open and close series of valves based on the filter blinding and its head loss type demand from the community. These 8 filters drop their water then down into what is a 400,000 gallon space or clear well underneath this building that was built. This sight tube goes down and actually has embedded on the bottom of the floor a mosaic, a 6-foot mosaic implanted by the original builders that shows a Canton plow, and it says Canton Plow Works Agriculture. When we did this last upgrade, we cleaned out that wet well, exposed that mosaic, and got to see it for probably the first. I don't know of anybody that's ever seen it. So that was exciting for us. In addition to that upgrade, one of the main focuses that we were attempting to do that Mayor McDowell's administration wanted me to get accomplished was the connection of this tank to the existing tank, which had been constructed several years ago but not attached due to some financial restraints. But that tank is 1.2 million gallons of water and now is connected into Canton's 400,000, giving us a storage capacity of 1.6 million gallons, which is taking us into off the restricted status for water in reserve. It increased our virus control, made more contact, made the water safer, cleaner, better, and of course, with so much more storage, we're able to, be assured that the satellite communities can have the water they need, as well as the Canton residents. Okay, we just came out of the pipe gallery downstairs where multiple valves, series of valves on each filter operate your backwashing process in order to clean clean the filters. Also down there was new high service pumps that were replaced in this last project. There are two 150 horsepower high service pumps running off of VHDs. One 200 horsepower high service pump on a VHD as well. They are new. They replaced equipment that was 1940s vintage. So that was a huge improvement for us. Something that was needed done very, very much so. Right now we are in the laboratory, the room that shows our controls, a SCADA system showing the equipment at the banner site, showing equipment here at the water plant, electrical components. There is a screen showing our test results from turbidity meters throughout the day, all of which are compliance type requirements from EPA. The room you're seeing here with one of the operators here, Kyle Harris, and the plant superintendent, Caleb Hale, and another visitor, I believe, for the tour. We're standing in the lab, and this is where our daily, 24/7, 365 days a year, the water is monitored for its quality, clarity, compliance, everything that we are required to do to provide and make potable drinking water. As an example of some of the improvements of technology that we monitor each day, Kyle will show you we're monitoring the well levels, in the new clear well. You can see the building, the original 400,000 gallon clear well underneath the building with the 3 pumps connected to it.
They have all the flow for the meters right here for the filters.
That's your rate of filtration.
That's just their level.
That's your new clear well. And if you go, Kyle, can you show us the water tower standings, the standpipe on 4th and the Tin Man on Van Buren? There's their level indicators.
They're always full.
We monitor everything from amp draw to condensation in buildings, turbidity from filters. Chlorine levels are monitored 24/7 on a device.
Gallons per minute pumped to the plant is 2,000.
Caleb Hale, the plant superintendent, just walked in. We, on average, I would say 2 million gallons per day. Caleb?
We're down to about 1.8 million a day. So real close to 2 million.
So 2 million gallons of water each and every day is processed here and pumped to 65% of Fulton County. So we're on the 3rd floor now of the building. This part of the building was added onto by a previous plant superintendent by the name of Ray McKinney, correct? We've remodeled it during this last project. That remodeling provided locker space and bathroom for staff. The superintendent's office now, Caleb Hale, his office is up here upstairs in this room. And then we have what we've utilized as a public works conference room over the last 3 years or so in this space, which is currently, I'm cleaning my stuff out and Caleb's moving me out of here. So this is the conference space that we've used. There's some photos here on the wall of the original plant when it was built. This was the construction in 1939 of the water treatment plant. This exterior right here where it says Canton Water Works is actually on the back side of that wall right there that we covered up. This is the original pipe gallery or the filter gallery I was talking to you about, and the brass rails and how they were removed for the war effort. That water fountain there in this picture in 1939 is sitting right there in the corner still, that we kind of recovered out of the closets and stuck up here. The view of Lake Canton is out the windows over the earthen dam. There were several buildings on the outside that we've demolished, old chemical feed buildings. They're no longer there. We constructed that blue garage there, and in that is the chemical rooms that we can use to treat lake water. So we made provisions to treat the lake if we needed to. Primary source at the moment is the collector well from Banner. Don't see that changing for some time, but hopefully in the near future some technology will come around, and maybe some more projects that will allow us to potentially blend the water would be a goal of Canton to reduce some of the hardness which we still have out of the groundwater surface. So that's a brief, condensed tour of the water treatment facility for the open house today. On the table, Joe, we were just looking, there's, as an example, one of your old blueprints from the 1939s is there. This is a pin that was handed out to all the dignitaries, I guess, or councilmen. That was when they built the place in 1939. Here's a picture of a wooden water main that a person gave me, or gave us some time ago in Canton. But the improvements all in all were partially city funds, partially U.S. EDA funds that have improved this facility. We're very happy that they took place. They were in very much need of being done. It was my pleasure to work out here for the last 3 or 4 years with these guys from the water treatment plant. Standing next to me is the plant superintendent, Caleb Hale, and, you know, it's actually all him. It's all him and these guys who have did this thing for the last 3-4 years. They're the way they've conducted themselves to change, the improvements they've helped us make, the union staff, like I said, Caleb and Jeff Lyons. These guys have been just fantastic for me to work with, and I've enjoyed sitting in that office and doing this immensely. I'm 100% confident. I am very happy and actually proud of Caleb, and I know that this place is in super good hands, and he may want to say words, but this is all his baby. This is what he does. He's good at it. He's a licensed operator with the state of Illinois, and a friend of mine, and it's like I said, it's been my pleasure working with you, and basically it's all yours from here on out.
All right. Well, I think Joe pretty much touched on everything. The only thing I'm not sure if you've seen, but in that one picture there of the plant, there is a vehicle in the background which is Jarvis Welding. So Jarvis Welding's been part of the city a lot longer than I realized. But I just want to thank everybody for coming out today to the open house. I want to thank everybody for watching this video and joining us. Have a good day.